Hello everyone, this is Barbara Iris Alsu of Parental World Knowledge. I want to welcome everyone. We're here to do some more watercolor painting. I have a canvas pad, and I hope that everybody has a canvas pad as opposed to just watercolor paper. It absorbs better. And in addition, you can even frame this without putting glass. But just remember, never wash it with water. Use a duster. In addition, I have non-toxic paint, and it comes in a palette. Normally it's not white, so you need liquid white. You need an artist sponge. You're going to need an artist eraser. So when you do your line drawing, you're going to have to do that before you paint something. This way you have an outline. And it's just like you have a banana. It's just doing the outline of the banana and the little stem, and you're not going to put every dot on. You can just paint everything. So just do an outline. And if you can do it from memory, that's great. Without using a prop, but use a prop and make sure you alter that prop. Don't make it exactly. Otherwise, you're stealing some artist's work. If you can't draw, you can use computer printout, and a computer printout, you would need a good quality paper, not just the regular flimsy, copy paper. You really need a little bit better grain so that when you paint, it won't be falling apart, the paper. But it is legal in jury shows. Okay, so you need artist brushes, and it should be several sizes. And you need color pencils. The color pencils don't have to be the quality from an art supply store. You just need to have, the colored pencils that are matching your colors in your painting. Alrighty, so we'll begin. Let's see if I can move this over a little bit. My son keeps moving things, and I don't know. So now I don't know if I can get this in a better angle. He does his own web show, and I'm constantly trying to, do the way I want, but he moves the camera. I'm sorry it took a little while to get on. And do gentle strokes because the paper is just not that big. But if you're going to do big strokes. I've been reading that in my town and many towns all throughout the country, they're holding a prayer service for those 50 people that lost their lives. It's just so horrible in Florida. They can't be allowing people to get military rifles. And it needs to be checked who is getting these rifles. If there's any mental illness, if there's, person who's doing terrorist activity, it has to be more of a check to see who's getting these rifles. They just got them so easy. There's many ways of getting rifles, and the fact that they're military assault rifles, I mean, these people had no chance. They're going to be dead. If it was just a gun, they would have had a chance for survival. This is just awful. I'm still praying and miraculously in prayer for those families, and that people all around the country should be safe. They shouldn't be doing this. I can't even believe. It just beyond belief that these things are happening. And I wouldn't think in Florida, because in Florida, I don't usually hear things like that. It's very peaceful in Florida. Even Florida. Ugh. I made great cookies today. They were coconut fig date cookies. Healthy and delicious. As soon as I can, I'll put the recipe on LinkedIn. We had so many figs, so I thought, gee, this would make great cookies. hopefully in a few more weeks we'll get a new camera, and then I can start showing you how to do the cooking live, not just write a recipe. I'm praying. I told my son I made those cookies, and his comment was, "Oh yeah." That means he's coming home to eat most of them. Uh-oh. I gotta hide him. He says, "Oh yeah, I know. I'm in trouble. They sound too good." They sound too good, the cookies. He loves dates, so, and figs. Oh, the two things together, and coconut. Oh, coconut he eats every day. But in a cookie, oh my gosh, to have all that. And it's healthy. It's made with kamut flour and spelt cereal. So, I mean, you can't beat the fact that it's a totally health cookie. No sugar in it, just molasses in liquid form, and estate molasses. So everything is healthy in it, and yet it's delicious. And I didn't even use oil in it. I used only the coconut. And the coconut did the trick. I didn't need the oil. And I normally make all my cookies with at least some kind of oil. Either butter with some oil in it, or just pure oil. I started using avocado oil. I ran out, and so I tried it without any oil. And shockingly enough, came out to perfection with the coconut. Unbelievable. It didn't stick to the pan. And I used a metal pan. Normally I use my glass pan, but I had made stuffing with turkey. So I had the turkey in one and stuffing in the other, so I didn't have my pan. I still have the turkey and stuffing left over for tonight. So this was a first. No oil and my metal pan. No sticking. I take chances, I take risks, I try different things. And you could dab things on too, just little dot things on. You don't have to make little strokes. You can dot things on in places you need to. It might be such a small area you need to. My puppy Platinos is sleeping. He was out most of the day. The weather was so gorgeous. He didn't want to come in every time I took him. Oh boy. You should always do your light colors first and then your dark, but with water you can add some light colors after because it's moving water and your colors can bleed into each other, but it can't for the rest of the painting. You don't want it to. I'm making some beige. I put down white first and now brown. Remember, when you're doing water, stretch out your colors from your building. You can't just put it exactly as you see. You have to stretch it because the water is moving. And don't forget, you reverse. So whatever you have up there is going to be opposite down here. Turn the painting around so I can get to the sky again. have only 4 layers now. It's going to be the 5th. You need at least several layers for anything you paint. And you could even use sometimes more than 5 layers. So I'm saying at least 5. So that means something, like I did buildings, you needed 10 layers. So normally 5 for layers that you paint. When something is more detailed, you need more layers. Buildings are detailed. See the water now. I'll get it. It's dry, so I can't really pick it up right now. I put very little water, but still, even so, you know, when you're doing the water, you have a lot of colors mixed, so you just got to be careful not to be moving that too much. And I just want to say a miraculous healing prayer for everyone in the world. We should be good peace, good spirit, good health, good strength. And I pray that there should not be this tragedy that's going on in this world. These are innocent people, 50 people in Florida killed. Just to be different, you know, if you're a different person, but good people. They were different than somebody else, but they're good people, and they don't deserve to what happened. Their life should be wonderful and good, and they should have been able to live a long life. I'm sure that many of those people were wonderful people, and that is just a terrible thing to happen. And if, you know, people do things like this, they don't think, and they're killing people just because they're different. And then other people too could be there too. There could have been children harmed, other individuals. Nothing is right about what they did. Nothing is right. And these people, they should be prosecuted to the fullest. And to take military rifles, these people could have lived. There has to be a law, and there has to be more criteria to let someone have a gun. I mean, I understand people want to protect themselves, but you don't need military rifles to protect yourself. You can use a regular gun. And as far as they need to check mental, if there's any problems with that person or any problems in their family, they have to check who the background of these people are. They can't just be getting guns, especially military rifles and things. Oh, insane. So, God heals 100%. I just did the prayer. Amen. There has to be a change. And they could do it by computer. I mean, we have computers. It could be a check list for each person. It has to be their computer profile and in the computer. I've stated this before. I put it on all social media. I wrote the President of the United States. There has to be, and I know our President does not want that happening. So what you need to do is to urge your senators to pass a law that this has to be a higher criteria. They're not going to allow these military rifles to be sold to individuals. They're not military. Why are they getting them? So that's all I want to say. I'm sorry. It's not a pleasant thing to talk about, but I have to say something. The entire world has to be supportive of this. It could be your family member. It could be you. So you don't want this happening. I'm not saying I'm not for people having guns to protect themselves. I'm just saying you don't need no military rifles, and you need a better criteria giving these rifles out. That has to be checked. I wouldn't want it to be myself, my family. This is wrong. My son went to Florida not too long ago. What if he was killed? The time that he went, if someone did something like this, it is just a horrible thing. And I just can't believe, any innocent person could be walking by and they're shooting people. They're going to get shot too. There's a good chance. You can't be allowing these people to have military rifles. The range of that goes so far. So I pray for everybody, and this should not be happening. We're not a third world country. There shouldn't be this violence occurring. There is in schools. It's happening all too often. It's happening with children. There's more than one college and high school. It's over the years I've been hearing. This has to stop. And in my son's school, the former school he went to, they had a rifle detector, a gun detector rifle. Not every school has that. They need to install that. Every single school across the nation needs that implemented. It has to be. There has to be laws to protect these schools and children. So, there's a lot of changes that need to be made for these guns. And they must be implemented. They must be made to law. As a parent, my heart goes out. I feel so sorry for those families, and I pray a miraculous healing prayer for them. And I just stated one, and anyone who wants to pray to God with me, and God will help you through your healing. And there's so much healing there that you needed. I mean, these are innocent people. They weren't criminals. They were innocent people, and they're getting killed for no reason. So I leave it on a good note. I hope that you enjoyed your painting, and I hope that you're feeling good about it. Don't worry about it being perfect. Anyone makes a comment, don't let it bother you. Just keep doing your work. And if you want to learn more privately, give us a call, 973-736-1637. We can do private lessons for any age. And that's artist Barbara Sue Fine Art Studio. For $5 donation, you get a Shop for a Cause ticket. You can also get an energy scan, and we pinpoint whatever your mind or body problem is. If you don't want that, you can have an antique piece of jewelry. I mean, this is not one that I'm giving, but I have beautiful antiques and bracelets that I made, and there's so many good pieces if you'd rather have that. And you get an art and poetry lesson. As I said, you can come and get a lesson privately. You could be any age. But if you're doing our show, you need to be 18 or more. Those are Google Hangout rules and YouTube rules. So they're not my rules, but you have to be 18 or more. So take advantage. If you're under 18, take advantage of the deal for $5. And we're giving a digital camera to one lucky person. So all that for $5. Oh my gosh. And why? So that we can encourage people to do more art and poetry in the world. If we're not creative, we have no inspiration. And there's a lack of tech people in our country and in the world. And proven the unemployment rate. Check it out, Google it, and see for tech people. So that's not good. We have a shortage, and we have the highest unemployment rate for these tech people. This is terrible. And also outside of our country, they're contacting us for our people. So obviously, there's laws, and I said this yesterday, they can't be doing that unless there's criteria. So there has to be a shortage. So it's all around the world. So we need to do more art. And there should be more art in schools. They shouldn't be cutting the budget for art. That's what they first do. The schools will cut the budget for art. It's essential. Every subject my son had in school required him to do art. Now, if I wasn't a professional artist, he wouldn't be able to do all the projects he had to do. He did it himself. And I guarantee, unless, of course, a parent is really good, I mean, I don't see, if the kid isn't good and the parent isn't good, what in the world are they going to do? How are they going to get through all those grades without having art? And they're cutting all the art classes mostly. So if the teacher is requiring it in class, how can they be cutting it? It just doesn't make sense. So we're giving it free for that reason too, to help kids. I know you have to be 18 or more, but to watch a show, as far as if you're doing it, live, I have to, say you have to be 18 or more. But a parent has a right to, tape the show and show it to their child. But these kids need to learn art. They need to learn art. And this isn't right. We have to have more art in our schools and colleges. And there isn't, and I even extend to the military one free art lesson. It's inspiration. They're doing all those things, technical things with rifles and everything else. They need to have some relaxation. That's why they end up with PTSD, because they're just having a breakdown. They're not having any release, and they can't keep doing the same mundane and tedious things every single day, in and out. So they need a release. And they've proven that art does help your brain function greatly. So I hope that the military takes advantage. Anybody in this area, or if you're on vacation, 973-736-1637. We'd love to have you. And the NJIT college students, we've always extended one free lesson to them. New York architecture dean, referred the students to us. And I'm not familiar with the new dean, but there's a new dean recently, and that's still extended for NJIT students. Anyone watching right now? All right. Well, thank you so much, and you have a wonderful night or wonderful day. Bye now.